Today I am ranking my 10 sets of darts based on price, looks and performance, and the results shocked me. Hello and welcome back everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful day. As you can see, I have my 10 sets of darts here right in front of me. These are currently all 10 sets of darts that I own. So today I'm going to be ranking them from best to worst and see which dart comes out on top. I'm going to be putting them through 3 different categories. We've got price, looks and performance, and then we'll total up all 3 scores and see which dart scores the highest. Let's get into it. All right, so first up, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars TIE Fighter darts. Now these darts will forever be cherished by me. I did hit my first 180 with these, so I do love these darts, but I cannot let that sway the scores. Now these darts cost a whopping $230 here in Australia or £99.95 over in the UK. In the box you do just get the 1 set of darts and a premium Swiss point key, so nothing major for that price. They are a 90% tungsten set of darts, so for the price I am going to give them a 6. You can even get darts that are 95% tungsten for a cheaper price, so definitely got the Star Wars tax on them. As for the looks, I do think they're decent looking darts. I think they could have made them a little bit more TIE Fighter-y. I can't see a massive resemblance, so for that I am going to give them a 7. Now the performance. I did hit my first 180 with these. I do enjoy the front weighted tapered style barrel. The grip on them is quite nice, so I'm going to give that a solid 8 out of 10 for performance. So that gives us a total of 21 all up, so decent score to start. So the second set we are going to take a look at is actually the Luke Littler Loadouts. Now these were the first set of darts that I ever bought, just because they're a straight barrel and they were decently priced. They're about 135 Australian dollars, or in the UK they're £54.95. So for pricing I'm going to give them a 9. They are quite basic in looks, just a plain silver barrel with a yellow and purple rings on there. So pretty straightforward. I'll give them a 5 for looks. For performance, I'm going to give them a 7. They're just a basic straight barrel, evenly weighted, decent grip, about a 7. That brings the total to 21. So we have a TIE Fighter. So we have a tie with the TIE Fighters on 21 points. Anyways, on to the next dart. We're going to have a look at the Darth Vader Star Wars darts from Target. Now you actually get a fair bit with these darts. You get the set of darts, you get 2 sets of points, 2 sets of exclusive K-Flex, a Tacoma case, and also comes in a pretty cool box. But the only thing is it is 600 Australian dollars. And in the UK it is 250 pounds. So they are not cheap. You do get a lot, but I think that's definitely got the Star Wars tax on it. They are a 95% tungsten dart, but I'm still going to give them a 5 for the price. Now for the looks, honestly, there is no better looking dart. I am giving these a 10 out of 10 for looks, probably because I'm a massive Star Wars fan, but the little Darth Vader heads all the way down the barrel, just the attention to detail on these, they just look absolutely incredible. 10 out of 10. Now for the performance of these darts, I will give them an 8. They are nice to throw. I don't throw them enough. I do need to start throwing them a lot more, but they are pretty good to throw, so definitely worth the 8. So now that puts them on a total of 23. So they are on top of the leaderboard, and I think that might be pretty hard to beat, but we'll see. All right, so up next, we are going to take a look at the Nathan Aspinall Echoes. So I am a massive Aspinall fan. I'm spewing he's not in the Premier League this year, but hopefully he's in next year, although I don't know who they're going to take out, so we'll see. Anyway, these darts cost 150 Australian dollars or £74.95 in the UK. You do just get the set of darts and a Swiss point key in the box. So for the price, I'm going to give them an 8. I did buy these because I'm a massive Asp fan. Online, they looked absolutely unreal. They do look pretty decent in person, but they're not as black as I thought they would be. And since I did buy these, I've found and seen a lot better looking darts, so I'm going to give the looks a 6. In terms of performance, I do struggle with these darts a little bit. They are a little bit smoother than I like. I do prefer a grippier dart, and they just lack that grip where I need it. So for that, I'll give them a 5 for performance, totaling 19 all up. Next is the World Cup winner, Josh Rock. These are the Josh Rock Gen 1s. These darts are absolutely banging. I love these darts. I'm a big Rocky fan, so as soon as he won the World Cup, I jumped online and bought myself a set. I did get these on sale when I bought them, but they are about 170 Australian dollars or £74.95. I'll give them a 7 for the price. These are definitely some of my favorite looking darts. Blue's my favorite color, and the gold complements it perfectly. And then with the blue K-Flex, I think they just look great. So it's an 8 for looks. So performance for these, I'm going to give an 8. I'm yet to hit a 180 with these. I do need to start using them more, but they are a nice dart to throw. And funnily enough, we have another tie, this time at the top of the leaderboard with the Darth Vader darts. Overall, these have been super consistent over all 3 categories. Now we are halfway, let's take a look at the leaderboard. We have a tie for first between the Josh Rocks and the Darth Vader darts. Next, we have the TIE Fighter and the Loadouts. And then in last place, we have the Aspinall Echoes. Let me know down below which darts you think will come out on top. Let's get into the second half. So next up, we have the very popular Target Redux range. I got myself the O2 bomb shape. These darts sold out very, very fast. They are very popular. The pixel grip on them were a huge hit. They cost 180 Australian dollars or £84.95. I didn't think that pricing was actually too bad, to be honest. You just get the 3 darts and a Swiss point key in the box. So for price, I'm going to give them a 7. So for the looks, the pixel grip looks great. Decent looking darts, I'm going to give them a 7. In terms of performance, they're quite decent to throw. I do enjoy throwing these. I've been close to a few 180s so far, but I think I'll just have to perfect the setup a little bit and start chucking these again as well. So for the performance, I'll give them a 7. So that is 7s all round for these darts, giving us a total of 21, which puts them tied with the TIE Fighters and the Littler Loadouts as well. Ooh, all right, so we'll do the Littler Gen 1s now. So these darts are a little bit pricey, but it makes sense because they are the 2-time world champions darts, the best player in the world at the moment, so they bump up the prices, obviously. I paid 180 Australian for these on sale, but they're usually about 220 and in the UK, £109.95. I am going to give these a 7 for price, considering the quality of the darts, which also then goes into the look of the darts. I reckon they are super clean with the pixel grip. I love the black on them. Definitely one of my favorites. So it is an 8 for looks for me. Now in terms of performance, once I set them up just like Littler with the 42mm points, I found the grouping on them was insane. I have hit 3 180s with these so far. That's the most I've hit with any of these darts. And funny story, one morning I just walked in here, picked up these, 3rd visit, hit a 180, which I've never done that before that quick. The only thing is they can be a little bit tricky to get used to set up like this with the long points to begin with, but once you get used to them, they're great. So for that, I'm giving them a 9 for performance, which gives us a grand total of 24. Now that puts this dart into top spot. All right, so I think we'll go on to the last Star Wars dart now. So these are the X-Wing Star Wars darts. Now in terms of pricing, they're the exact same as the TIE Fighters, 230 Australian or £99.95. So that is a 6 as well for the price. Now for the looks, I think these are unreal. They have made them look so alike to an X-Wing. They have done a great job. Even got a little R2-D2 on the back of the barrel. Great looking darts. So I'm going to give them an 8 for looks. Now where these darts fall off for me is performance. I struggle a lot with a smooth dart, and there is next to no grip on these. Maybe if I set them up a little bit differently, I might be able to grip them a bit better, but when I was using them, I struggled big time. I could not get on with these at all, so I'm going to give them a 3 for performance. So now that gives us a total of 17, which unsurprisingly puts these in last position. All right, so we are now down to the last 2 sets of darts. Quick look at the leaderboard. We have the Luke Littler Gen 1s on top, which I think will be pretty hard to beat. We then have the Josh Rock and Darth Vader darts in 2nd and 3rd on 23 points. The TIE Fighters, the Redux and the Littler Loadouts all on 21. Aspinall Echoes on 19 and the X-Wing on 17 points. All right, now let's check out the newest set of darts that I have, and that is the Nathan Aspinall 95Ks. Now these darts are a part of the 95K dart range. The darts themselves are 95% tungsten. They come with an exclusive set of K-Flex, and they even come with 2 sets of Swiss points. So you definitely get your bang for buck with these. They are $230, which is the same as the Star Wars darts. So you get a lot more with these than the Star Wars ones. So I'm going to give the pricing a 7. Now for the looks for these, I think they look absolutely unreal. When the dart hits the board and the light shines through the K-Flex, they look unreal. I'm giving them a 9 for looks. So for the performance, these are 22 grams. I've been using a lot of 24 gram darts. So when I went to these, it was a big difference. They feel a bit thinner than some of the other darts that I've been using. So it took me a little bit to get used to them. But the grip on these is great. I have hit a 180 with these as well. So definitely love these. I'm going to give them an 8 for performance. And if we chuck that on the leaderboard, that puts these in top spot with the Littler Gen 1s. So after 9 sets of darts, we have a tie on top of the leaderboard, but we have 1 set of darts left, and that is the Damon Heta Series 4 darts from Harrows. Now these darts are the cheapest set of darts that I have. I bought these bad boys because Harrows introduced a quick point system, and I love being able to interchange points quite easily. And also I had to support fellow countrymen in Damon Heta. These sent me back 125 Australian dollars, so like I said, they are my cheapest set of darts. I think in the UK they're about £68 roughly. Now as these are my cheapest set of darts, I'm going to give them a 9 for the price. So for the looks for these darts, they're not my favorite, just like the Darth Vaders, but they look great. I love the colors. The sandblasted texture is great, so I'm going to give them a 7 for looks. Now in terms of performance, I really enjoy these darts. I've hit a few 180s with these. They're a very well-balanced dart. They're great to throw, feel effortless to throw. I've found the setup I enjoy using. So I've just got a number 2 intermediate K-Flex and 35mm Swiss Storm points on there. Absolutely love throwing these. They're definitely my go-to at the moment. So for that, I'm going to give them a 9 for performance. So now that brings the header darts to a total of 25 points all up, and that puts them on top of the leaderboard. Now this result did surprise me because these are my cheapest set of darts. Just goes to show you don't need to spend $600 on a fancy set of darts for them to be the best darts. Although I do understand that Target would up their prices because of the brand they've created, some of the collaborations they do, the players they have playing for them. So I do understand that, but Harrows have absolutely nailed the header darts, and I would love to try out a lot more of their sets of darts, especially the Ryan Searles, his newest set. I want to give them a try, and there's actually a few others as well. I am quite happy with how this all turned out. I'm obviously a big fan of these. I highly recommend getting this set of darts. Honorable mentions to the Littler Gen 1s and Aspinall 95Ks. Great sets of darts, really enjoy them. You may have a different opinion from me if you've used some of these darts or just from the looks of these darts. So if so, let me know down below which dart you think should have taken out the #1 spot. I also want to take this time to just say a massive thank you to each and every one of you that have liked, commented, subscribed to the channel. It's blown my mind at how many subscribers I've already got in such a short amount of time. It just keeps going up, and it's all thanks to you guys. We are almost at the 500 subscriber mark already, which I didn't think we would ever get to. So hopefully we can just keep going up and up and hit that 1000 subscriber mark by the end of the year. We'll see how we go. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.